In this video, I'm going to show you 3 entry techniques that you can use that will assure you sniper entries in the markets. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll be able to navigate and call out sniper entries by yourself. So I'm going to be concentrating on 3 major pairs, mainly indexes that I traded. I'm going to show you the proof of trades so that you know we're not just playing this back. In fact, we're going to be on US30. We're going to be on US500 and we're also going to be on NASDAQ. So definitely do follow along as we jump onto the screens right now. So as you can see what's on your screen right now, I am on NASDAQ. I'm going to start opening with it. We have other 3 pairs as I mentioned in the introduction of this video. By the way, all of this, what I'm going to be showing you, we did take these trades. I did call out these trades within my signal group, so definitely I'm going to show you the proof of that shortly, just after I'm done breaking down this trade for you. So let's just close this part and let's go ahead. Now the technique that I used here, or what I looked at in terms of trade setup, was actually on the H1. Okay, so the main thing that I want to teach you from the get-go is to identify the order flow of the market. That simply means the trend of the market, and I look at this on the H1, a very beautiful time frame. Now when the market opened for that day, I highlighted the high, and I knew, by the way, that the market was going to pull back to that high, right? And we did also call this out within the mentorship group as well, or the mentorship Discord. And I highlighted here this OB, you will see it on the 5-minute, but we call it rejection order block. Now I saw, just as I was marking this, I like it in the sense that it is before it has liquidity that it takes on the market, so it sweeps that liquidity, it sells off. When the market does that, so I'm giving you, here's the key over here. So the first technique is that when the market sweeps liquidity unexpectedly, let's say you're in buys right here, sweeps it and begins to sell, it's gonna want to pull back, and when it pulls back, it's gonna trigger like, oh my god, it's just gonna run, it's gonna melt like butter. In this case, it did really melt like butter, so I highlighted the zone knowing the behavior. So every technique, it is derived from a sense of behavior that I track on the markets. So if you can manage to spot where liquidity was swept and the market just goes the opposite direction aggressively, it will want to come back to mitigate that and sell off. So as you can see over here, that is the setup, and I want to just show you how we got that entry. Okay, so went all the way to the 15 minutes. I did see this high over here, and I know a lot of people would have targeted those highs. In fact, as the market, let me just play it back. You can see I do have my playback tool right now. So as you can see, the market did actually take that liquidity over there being this high. A lot of people could have expected that. Now if I go to the 5 minutes, we can see it's still of a bigger zone. So I want to show you exactly how a rejection order block really matches up. So we took the whole order block, but if we go all the way and refine it right here, it's still tapped into it right where I actually set my entry. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very beautiful setup that I just gave you. So you can write it down. Whenever the market sweeps liquidity and sells off aggressively, so the first step, it must sweep liquidity. Second step, it must sell or buy aggressively, depending on what market you're trading, bullish or bearish. And then once it is done, that you just mark what initiated that turnaround or that structure shift. Once you have done that, you go ahead, wait for the market to pull back, and you pull the trigger. And that's exactly what happened over here. I mean, as you can see, once it tapped into that, look at that, the market just sold off beautifully. And in UK, they will say Bob is your uncle. So definitely that's the first technique that I want to show you. Again, many would have expected I want to go very complex. The simplicity of trading is where the place of breakthrough is in terms of profits. So if you can just master your trading being simple, don't overcomplicate it, I tell you, you're gonna make it in this industry. Now, just before I forget, again, I did send the the setup to my mentorship as well as the signal to my signals group, I will show you over here. If you just can go to our Instagram page, skilledfx_academy, you will see we update you in terms of the trade setup as well as the proof of trade. If we can check the proof of trade that you see on your screen, you can definitely see that we actually took this trade. So legit, it's not just replay, we took this trade. Now let's go to US500. Now US500 is a technique that I greatly love. You will find bits and pieces of it on YouTube, but I'm not sure if they want to teach it as best as I teach it for you to really navigate the markets. Now, this was very simple for me. I was on the 5 minutes time frame. Now, when I talk about time frame over here, it's not necessarily that this strategy is limited to time frame. Rather, this is where I took advantage of it on the 5 minutes. So there were equal lows that the market was imprinting in terms of the first equal low over here. Just want to show you something so we can see the first low over there, the second low right at the same level, and the third low. So all of this was bouncing. It was a triple bottom, as a lot of retail traders can actually call it out, right? And when the market actually just swept it, a lot of you guys may know this as a silver bullet. So the second technique that I'm teaching you guys is called silver bullet, famously taught by ICT, but of course I add my own spin around it in order to really get my own confirmation, right? He doesn't teach it the same way I teach it. And as you can see, once the market swept this, I know for sure that we're just going further up in terms of just buying over there, because I targeted this areas just slightly lower. You will see on the next trade, I didn't want to rather place, let me just show you something. I didn't want to rather place this whole thing over there. As you can see, it did turn around just before hitting those highs. So I just placed it a bit lower, resulting into a 1:5. Now, the way that I want to teach you on how you can approach this kind of trade setup on the markets is that you can look for, first, the market must break structure. So you must look for a lower low that was broken or a higher high that was broken. In this case, we're talking about a bearish market. You also must just look for a change of character. So the last lower high that was broken, it must really validate that you're actually going to be taking buys. So if it's a change of character that validates higher highs, definitely it's going to be buys. If it's a change of character that validates lower lows, definitely it's going to be sells. In this case, as I said, we have buys over here. So as you can see, immediately when I saw this structure happening and the market was sort of playing out, I knew for sure we need to just really sweep this lows over here. Then that's when I did set my entry to actually buy this and take profit there. Again, the screenshot of the signal group is right there. I didn't send this trade to my mentorship Discord. I only send it to my signals. By the way, if you're interested in getting signals from us, there is a link where you can chat to our admin in the description of the video. And of course, you're in for an amazing ride with us. Now, let's go over to the third trade setup in terms of the technique that I used over there. It's on US30. So let me just get my US30 chart right on here. In fact, this one, I took it on the day I'm actually doing this video. Check what I was talking about in terms of take profit. I was highlighting that we gonna have a demand over here, and I wanted it to go all the way below in terms of a 50% within that demand level. And of course, that's where I set my take profit to hit, and then I knew it was gonna turn around. But as you can see, it only turned around and take profit too. So if you see the screenshot that I sent, the trade signal that I sent in the signals group, you can only see we got out of take profit 2 and the rest were break even from then on. But I know a lot of the pips were already executed, or rather secured. Now, if we can just play it back over here, you can see two things that I saw. I saw a fair value gap. In fact, three things. I saw a fair value gap, I saw a break of structure, I saw a change of character. Now, I love these types of change of characters where the market sort of pulls back into the fair value gap. I like it so much. And the technique here is derived in the sense of this is a temporary or a micro change of character right here, because the real change of character could have been this higher low. So the reason why I knew that the market was going to come into a fair value gap and an order breaker is because that's what it does when it gives you what we call a deep pullback. Okay, people in smart money don't teach this. So we have, of course, higher highs, higher lows. When a market sort of just breaks that higher low, I know for sure we're not just changing structure for the long run. No, we're just simply mitigating a demand level that was not yet mitigated before. And as you can see, once I identified the fair value gap, the market of course was triggered, sniper entry right there, and of course we take profit 1, take profit 2, and as I said, we couldn't reach all the way to take profit 3. So to just wrap this up, the basically technique here that you need to use is to just identify whenever you're in an impulse and there was an unmitigated supply. It's always really good to really spot. You see, as you can see, that setup never came back. We can really see that on the H1 time frame over here, that this demand area, the market never came back, it just left off. So I love these demand areas that as the market pulls back to it, I can really take advantage of that and catch a trade. And that's exactly what happened over here. So simply spot your unmitigated supplies. Secondly, once you've spotted them, trade the temporary pullback, or what we call deep pullback, to that demand area or supply area, and definitely that's how you can really execute some of your trades. Now we've reached the end of this video. I hope that this video has blessed you so much, opened up your eyes into really navigating yourself, or rather independently navigating the market by yourself. So if this video has really helped you to kind of see, make the vision quite clear, please do subscribe to this channel. We do a lot of educational content for you guys in terms of smart money, trading psychology, news trading, as well as self-development is coming along on this channel. So this is your home of education indeed. So do subscribe, do switch on the notification bell so that each and every time I post a video such as this, you may be the first to actually watch it. Do also comment down below on how this video, or how we can really better our videos, or anything you want to say concerning what we just showed you on your screens. And definitely, of course, we've reached the end of this video. Please do watch the video I suggest for you over on the screen right now. It's greatly going to help you into your growth and continue growing in trading. God bless you.